and welcome back to the channel, Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja and these are my movie reviews. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for tuning in, stopping by and checking it out. If you could, please do consider subscribing to my channel and of course, giving this video a thumbs up would be truly appreciated. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for sticking with me as we go through Final Destination February. This month, or this week, we're up to the Final Destination 4, which came out in 2009. It's directed by David R. Ellis. It stars Nick Zano, Krista Allen, Bobby Campo, Chantel Van Santen, and Mykeltia Williamson. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, not butchering the name too badly. Now, this film does not have Tony Todd in it at all in any way, shape or form, which to me is a big miss because he's part of this franchise. He was in the first two. He provided the voice of the Devil Ride in the third one, but he's not in this one. So, coincidence? Well, we'll see. Now, we'll be discussing plot specifics and spoilers. So if you haven't seen this one, you've been warned. You know what this is. So a horrifying premonition saves a young man and his friends from death, but terrible fates await them nonetheless. You can't cheat death in these films, so we kind of know what's going on. Now, the cast in this is kind of a bit meh. It's a bland cast. There's nothing really to them, nothing that really sticks out. For me, the best cast so far has been Final Destination 2. I really enjoyed all those characters. This is so far the worst cast. And it's not the actors at all. They do a fine job. For me, it's the actual characters themselves. You really only know the main 5 characters. That's it. The other characters which you are introduced to aren't given any names. They're actually referred to by their description. You've got MILF, racist, and mechanic. They're just clearly cannon fodder. They're there to die. You're not there to, connect to them. You're not there to feel for them in any way, shape or form. They're just there to die. That's fair enough, but I don't know. I felt like in the previous films, you were introduced to more characters and they were at least given names. So, the writing, not great. Not great at all. The movie is almost a parody of itself without trying to be. It amps up the kills, making them bigger, more gruesome, more violent almost. But it fails in doing that. It just, and part of that comes down to the effects, which I'll touch on in a moment. But yeah, I didn't really like or care for any of the characters, so I didn't really like or care if they died. That goes to the cast and the writing. They go hand in hand. The directing of this film wasn't bad, it's fine. David R. Ellis does a good job, but it felt like he was hampered by the poor writing and an overuse of CGI. And here we are to the use of CGI and effects. Look, too much CGI. Not everything needs to be done in 3D. There is so much 3D in this, it takes out of the film, it takes the effect away from it. Now that might be different if you're watching it in 3D. I was not watching it in 3D, I was watching the 2D version of the 3D film. So maybe that's why I didn't feel that much in the effects. I just felt there was way too much, and some of it was pretty bad, really. Now, I did like the opening credits, which were a best of kill scenes, and they were done in sort of that X-ray style. However, they did the same thing at the end, but with the remaining characters in this movie, killing them off in 3D X-ray style. And I felt that's a bit of a cop-out. Like in this Final Destination 3, the final scene, you get to see the deaths of the remaining characters. It's done right in your face. This, yeah. Rewatchability is a major factor in these films. This one has next to no rewatchability, I'll be honest with you. I think this is so far the worst in the entire series. Hopefully it does come back with 5, which we'll see next week. And of course, the upcoming 6th entry in this franchise, which may or may not be a reboot, I don't know. But look, the characters are forgettable. The kills are ultimately lame, and it just doesn't have anything to it. To be honest, I literally forgot everything about this movie until I rewatched it. I knew it had something to do with a car race, that was it. Couldn't tell you any of the characters. I had a vague recollection of a escalator scene, which is at the end, but yeah, that was it. You know, I could probably tell you more about the first, second, and third films than I could about this one. Now, as for the best kill, you've got a few good kills in this, which, like I said, are hampered by the CGI. If they'd been done physical, they would have looked amazing. But okay, there are 3 options. Milf getting killed with a rock through the eye, Hunt getting drained down a drain, and the mechanic getting I don't know, he was cut into sections by a chain link fence. So this is a tough one, but I mean, anything to do with the eye has got to win. So Milf getting a rock through the eye, that's a clear winner. Overall for this film, if I was to give it a score, which I am, I'm going to give it 5 out of 10. It is definitely so far the worst Final Destination film in the series. Overall, it's not a terrible film, it's watchable. Pacing wise, it's a little meh. And that's to do with the writing once again. Like, this film just did not grab me. Yeah, not the best. What can I say? But look, thank you very much for watching. Once again, don't forget to thumbs up, be appreciated. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And come back next week because we'll be doing the last in the Final Destination series, Final Destination 5. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.